Welcome to Celebrity Insider, your VIP pass to the juiciest celebrity gossip and behind-the-scenes secret. Solange Knowles breaks her silence. Testifies against Jay-Z and P Diddy in shocking court case. In a stunning turn of events, the music industry has been rocked by a high-profile legal case that has unfolded over the past year. Solange Knowles, the younger sister of the iconic Beyoncé, has stepped forward to testify against two of the biggest names in the rap and hip-hop world, Jay-Z and Sean P. Diddy. Combs. Before we continue, if you are new to this channel, please like and hit that subscribe button so that you will be the first to get updated each time we post. Thank you. The case, which has been closely followed by music fans and the general public alike, began with allegations of financial impropriety, corruption, and abuse of power within the upper echelons of the music industry. Solange's testimony has shed new light on the shadowy dealings and unethical practices that she claims have been taking place for decades. It was recently that Solange first came forward with her bombshell allegations. In a series of explosive interviews, she alleged that Jay-Z and P Diddy had been engaged in a complex web of financial fraud, racketeering, and the exploitation of artists under their influence. For years, I've watched as my sister and so many others have been mistreated, taken advantage of, and robbed of the fruits of their labor, Solange stated. The time has come to expose the truth and hold these individuals accountable for their actions. Solange's decision to speak out was not an easy one. As the younger sister of one of the music industry's most powerful figures, she faced immense pressure to remain silent. However, her conscience and sense of justice ultimately compelled her to step forward and tell her story. The ensuing legal battle has been a tumultuous one, with Jay-Z and P Diddy mounting a fierce defense against Solange's allegations. Their legal teams have attempted to discredit her testimony, painting her as a disgruntled and envious sibling seeking to undermine the success of her more famous sister. However, Solange's resolve has only strengthened as the case has progressed. She has meticulously gathered evidence, secured the cooperation of former industry insiders, and stood her ground in the face of intense scrutiny and intimidation tactics. In a dramatic turn of events, Solange took the stand in a federal courtroom in New York City, delivering a riveting and detailed account of the alleged crimes committed by Jay-Z and P Diddy. Her testimony sent shockwaves through the music industry and the legal community alike. Solange's testimony, uncovering the corruption. During her time on the witness stand, Solange provided a comprehensive overview of the alleged wrongdoings she had witnessed over the years. Her testimony painted a picture of a music industry that had become a breeding ground for greed, exploitation, and the abuse of power. One of the central allegations made by Solange was that Jay-Z and P Diddy had been engaged in a complex scheme of financial fraud. She claimed that the two rap moguls had been siphoning funds from their artists' royalties and merchandising deals, funneling the money into their own personal accounts and offshore holdings. These men have built their empires on the backs of the very artists they claim to represent, Solange declared. They've systematically robbed countless individuals of the rightful earnings from their hard work and talent. Solange's testimony delved into the specifics of this alleged fraud, outlining complex accounting practices and shell companies that she believed were being used to conceal the true extent of the theft. She presented financial records, internal emails, and testimony from former employees to support her claims. But the financial misdeeds were only the tip of the iceberg, according to Solange's testimony. She also alleged that Jay-Z and P Diddy had been using their influence and power to exploit and abuse the artists under their control. They've wielded their positions like tyrants, crushing the dreams and aspirations of anyone who dares to challenge their authority, Solange said. Artists have been threatened, blacklisted, and even physically assaulted for speaking out against the injustices they've faced. Solange's testimony included harrowing accounts of artists being denied proper compensation, having their creative control stripped away, and being subjected to abusive treatment at the hands of their label bosses. She claimed that these practices were widespread and had been going on for decades, with countless victims too afraid to come forward. The fallout, industry reckoning, and legal consequences. Solange's testimony has sent shockwaves through the music industry, prompting a reckoning that many believe is long overdue. Prominent artists, industry executives, and even some government officials have come forward to express their support for Solange and condemn the alleged actions of Jay-Z and P Diddy. What Solange has brought to light is truly shocking and disturbing, said Grammy-winning artist Kendrick Lamar. The level of corruption and abuse of power she's described is simply unacceptable. It's time for the industry to clean house and ensure that artists are treated with the respect and fairness they deserve. The legal fallout from Solange's testimony has been equally profound. Jay-Z and P Diddy have been hit with a slew of federal charges, including racketeering, fraud, and various forms of financial misconduct. The two rap moguls have been ordered to stand trial, with the proceedings expected to be one of the most closely watched legal battles in the music industry's history. This case represents a pivotal moment in the fight against the exploitation and abuse that has long plagued the music industry, said the lead prosecutor on the case. We're committed to ensuring that justice is served and that the victims of these alleged crimes are finally able to find some measure of closure and restitution. The significance of Solange's bravery. Solange's decision to come forward and testify against Jay-Z and P Diddy has been widely praised as an act of immense courage and integrity. As the younger sister of one of the most influential figures in the music industry, she has risked her own personal and professional relationships to shed light on the systemic problems that have plagued the industry for far too long. Solange's bravery in standing up to these powerful figures is truly inspiring, said music journalist and industry commentator Zoe Saldana. She's put everything on the line to fight for what's right, and her actions have the potential to inspire real, lasting change in an industry that has been dominated by greed and abuse of power for far too long. Indeed, Solange's testimony has resonated with artists and fans alike, who have long been frustrated by the perceived unfairness and mistreatment that has been endemic to the music industry. Her willingness to confront the industry's demons head-on has earned her widespread admiration and support from those who have felt powerless in the face of such entrenched corruption. As the trial continues and the legal proceedings unfold, the world will be watching to see if Solange's bravery and determination will ultimately lead to meaningful change and accountability within the music industry. For many, her testimony represents a long overdue reckoning and a glimmer of hope that the industry can finally begin to address its deepest-seated problems. Thanks for joining us on this star-studded journey on Celebrity Insider.